Welcome to ibml's webinar capture series. With today's subject, don't let poor recognition data impact your capture automation levels. This is presented by Jörg Beug and I'm responsible for solution engineering in EMEA. Let's have a closer look what this subject regarding poor recognition and your capture automation links together. You might have a challenge dealing with some white sheep, some black sheep, and some other stuff. What does this mean? And what is this about? And why do you might need it? So first, you're capturing data from documents. Second, your captured data contains errors that require correction. Third, you need to accelerate and improve your capture processes. And you already know the data that you're extracting. If those points come together, it's very worth having a closer look further down. Very simple example, gone away envelopes, returned mail in other words, extracting address field from an envelope window where the postman made some comments saying I could not deliver. Here you see the simple extraction from an OCR engine, which is okay but not really great if you want to process this automatically. Then we are in the area we talked about a minute ago. So how can we address this? Well, we have three different sections that have relevancy. The good read is, I read it, everything is fine, I can keep going. The bad read requires interaction because I cannot process the transaction and automation isn't really possible. And the ugly read requires deeper research to find the correct information and interactions between people sometimes, and a very slow capture process. So we have a ton of black sheep and other stuff rather than the white sheep that we can process immediately. And there is a solution for this, and now we have a look how this can work. We talk about smart input management. From data recognition and storage to assignment to post processes, we have a technology that can help you identify entities, identity, and process data in different forms of fashions to help you optimize your validation processes and to a good bit automate them really well. Finding the right data and providing high data quality for all post processes. So in all our capture process, we have possibilities to apply rules, to apply calls to this particular engine that provides you with information that enables automation. So from input to the data hub, which is the storage of our knowledge, of our data. Then we have the engine that allows us to search, match, and detect entities and identities. And then we have our validation, and at the end we have our delivery, our storage, and further processes. And this can be done by infusing the workflow with vital knowledge, applying the engine to data that we already know. And then we deal with an exact match. I'm 100% sure. We deal with a match. I'm quite sure with a confidence of X. And if you look at the middle row, you see the result is considered a unique match. It is close to the query, and there are no other close results. So it's quite sure. Then we have the confirmation that could be helping in a semi-automated correction in the quality control area, saying here, I have a few to select from. I have some suggestions and I have some samples that when I'm not sure, but please have a look at the result, can optimize your workflow. Let's have a look at the operational approach. Our Fusion scanner, in this case, is doing mailroom scanning. So the envelopes are being put onto the Fusion scanner. The OCR address field is read, extracted. And then it's not really magic what's happening in real time. It's taking the data from the engine that contains errors, compare it with the engine to the data set, to the repository, to the knowledge that the company already has in real time. And it doesn't matter how much data it is that you're looking at. It can be millions and millions of records. And when we talk about an address field, we talk about 20-30 milliseconds to verify if that address is in our repository or not. And then we could potentially print the correct mail address without any errors onto the document, and then we apply sorting. So at the end, we have a simple example with perfected data, where we have our gone away envelope with OCR that's not really good, and we find the corresponding record and associate it within SAS with a quality of 222. Let's dive into a sample project, how you would do it today and how it would appear on the scanner. Very simple batch scanning and OCR data extraction, but not really great OCR, as you can see on the OCR window on the lower right corner. So we are just switching between some examples to show the different rejects, the different areas that require manual interaction, unless you apply some engine logic, which we are going to look at just in a minute. Now let's have a look at some sample data with the engine that does some clever things. So you see the ICR data in the middle row and the IJP data containing the validated data, the correct detected identities, the correct address that can be sprayed on. Let's have a closer look what actually happens behind the scenes. So now we just are looking for the record for one particular document that shows you what the ICR engine has provided and what the engine has returned as a very good correction, data perfection. So the highlighted area, we're looking at the document ID number 1. We have some OCR data with garbage and rejects in it, and the engine provides the correct identified identity. So we're good to go to move on. Here again the ICR data in our document container as it is returned from our engine, and then in the IJP data line you'll see what we have used from the engine as a return, as a correction. If this subject caught your interest, we are more than happy to give you a deeper insight with some more background information so you understand better. So here is how you can find the consultant expert page on a website and provide your contact details and then submit it, and we will be getting in touch with you shortly. Thanks for watching.